Yo, what's up, guys?
People are sick of the lies. This is the biggest deception ever. The globe, the spinning ball globe, is the biggest deception.
Watching, what is it called? Level.
One of their satellites zoom in
It's
on someone in Australia.
a flat Earth documentary. Actually talks about how flat Earth is and that, how we don't know where we actually are, and that NASA and big governments have been lying to us, which is true. They lied to us about a lot of shit. But the biggest thing is to have people from video footage of people back then, scientists from back in like the 60s and that, actually talk about certain things and that. So I mean, I like bringing this stuff up and that because to me, it means a lot to me. Because I really do enjoy a really good, like, you know, exploration. Really good, like wow, that's fucking cool shit. Because to me, a lot of people don't. They don't do it like that. They're more or less like they're stuck. Like people are stuck in real life. Which is true. People are stuck. You know, we're stuck in a life that we don't understand. And it's just like, well, you don't understand it because you don't see it from what it really is. Oh, fuck yeah. I feel good. Gosh, she was not loud. Oh God. Holy shit, that's so funny listening to myself fart. It's just like, well, you don't understand it because you don't see it from what it really is. Oh, fuck yeah, I feel good. Holy fuck, dude. I never knew how loud that fucking shit gets. Oh my god. Whew. Holy fuck, man. That is fucking ridiculous. See, I really want to play some EverQuest 2, but EverQuest 2 kind of fucking sucks now. They definitely fucked that one up. I hate when they fuck shit up. They're really good at fucking up good games. Especially games that have been around for like 20 fucking years. EverQuest 2's been around forever, and like these game designers, man, it's like they're not even designing anything. They're just buying everybody else's shit, and they're just like, oh, we gotta make a profit off it because we wasted all this money on it. And then they put all these things out there. It's just like, dude. EverQuest 2 came out. It was like, wow. It was really diverse. You know, fighting that, you actually have to try. And, like, these people fucking destroy shit so badly, for real. There's still more unlockable shit. That fart was so fucking loud. That was fucking ridiculous. And my back is fucking hurting. All the back exercises and shit for the last couple days. Some of these guys fucking suck. These guys aren't too bad. See other stuff. Ships cost less, gunpowder, units cost less. What's up, Parker? How you doing there, bro? Japanese infantry is 33% faster. Fish ships at 2 times. No need houses. Let's look at some of these things. Let's see which one I want to be. Nah, these guys kind of suck. Farmers work 10% faster. Yeah, that's what I think of being these guys. These guys, no building required to advance to the next age to unlock the other buildings. Farmers do not require a mill or town center to drop off food. I like these guys a lot. Yeah, let's get this shit started. I'm actually gonna blow ass pretty soon. Well, I was blue ass, but you know what I mean. Trying to get shit going. I don't know what I'm gonna be playing today, but I'll probably be playing a little bit of this, and I'll switch over to a couple other games of that. Anyway, I gotta take a crap. Legs, hamstrings are killing me. Did a lot of exercises 2 days ago, and be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Okay. Make sure my chat's still live, because sometimes my chat goes off and on. I gotta keep on clicking on it. It's actually rather annoying. It is what it is. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this chair is really far away from me. Share explanation. Allow cheats. Cheats don't even matter, honestly. Full tech mode. Yeah, I'd like to do full tech mode. Large islands. 200 population. Standard resources. Hard. Okay. Yeah, you always want to be kind of quick on this.
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់
So you always want to
អ្នក
get
សាង
farmed
សង់
going.
សួស្ដីអ្នកសាងសង់ចា
Build one house.
អ្នកសាងសង់
Banyak kap.
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកកាប់អស់ ចាអ្នកសាងសង់
Yeah, they produce a lot of people really fucking quick. They do more hunting, gathering type things.
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកកាប់អស់អ្នកសាងសង់ត្រៀមរួចរាល់អ្នកសាងសង់អេសួស្ដីពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកសាងសង់
Yeah, you want to keep your wood people and your farm people almost the same with this class, because it just makes it easier. So if you have 4 of them, you have 4 farms, you have 4 people working. That's in the farmlands you can go by. You already have
ត្រៀ
a
ម
good
រួច
amount.
រាល់ត្រឹមត្រូវអ្នកសាងសង់
Can't see the point system. That's why I look at just.
ចាត្រឹមត្រូវអ្នកកាប់អស់
Holy fuck! Woo!
ចាខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើវា
There it is.
អ្នកសាងសង់
Biak panci. Blim tro. Nyak promo.
Okay, over here.
Chom blim nyak kap o.
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់ចាខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើវាអេសួ អ្នកប្រមូ
You
ល
gotta wait for the food to catch up. Or the wood to start catching up again.
ចា៎អ្នកសាងសង់
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់ត្រៀមចំនឹងអ្នកសាងសង់
Wait for the wood to catch up. Once the wood starts catching up, then I'll be okay.
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកขับออก
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នក
Yeah,
សាង
you
ស
try.
ង់
You want to get your population up as fast as possible. Your population's everything. Yeah. So once you get enough workers and that, you start getting your food up in that. Especially once you go to the next age.
អេសួស្ដីអូខេចា៎ត្រូវអ្នកសាងសង់
បាទអ្នកប្រមូល
And my boat, there's gonna be all these deer. So I'll get everything I can.
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់អ្នកขับออก
ចា៎ខ្ញុំត្រឹមត្រូវត្រៀមរួចរាល់
អេសុបាទ
Look at him.
ត្រៀមរួចចុងត្រៀមត្រង់
I think it takes
Yeah.
2 shots to go. Okay.
អ្នកប្រមាថ
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកប្រមាញ់ ត្រៀមរួចរាល់ត្រូវ
Yeah, them barracks. Where is it? Some houses.
អ្នកសាងសង់អ្នកសាងសង់ចា៎ខ្ញុំអ្នកប្រមាញ់
Yeah, you don't need a lot of these
អេ
guys.
សួស្ដីអ្នកសាងសង់
Yeah, your food source has to be really high. And after you're done getting, once you get your food and wood source kinds of thing, you start working on like your wood and stuff like that. What's up, Voodoo? Dude, this game's awesome. This is like my childhood for real.
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកប្រមាញ់
I played the shit out of this game in my childhood.
ចា៎អ្នកកាប់អុកពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកកាប់អុកអ្នកសាងសង់
Yeah, use your fucking brain a lot
អ្នកសាងសង់
for the most part.
អ្នកសាងសង់អ្នកសាងសង់
បាទចំភ្លេងត្រង់ភ្លេងចំភ្លេងត្រង់
Oh,
អ្នក
got
ប្រមាថ
in. Gold. The hoe that this. What does it say? The hoe that says ham time 2:47. What is that supposed to mean? I'm just curious because I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so far so good. Good job, Abby's. See, they're doing fishing. That fishing's horrible. They're doing some gathering now. They're doing food and never know.
Ê, អ្នកសាងសង់ត្រៀមរួចរាល់អ្នកប្រមាញ់ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកប្រមាញ់
ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកប្រមាថអេសុអ្នកប្រមាថអ្នកប្រមាថ
Always like that with these guys. Alright, food!
ពាក្យបញ្ជាបាទអ្នកប្រមាណ
អេសួស្ដី
Okay, so we went to the same age. Okay. Actually, put it up front. And
អ្នកសាងសង់
fabricative shit
អ្នក
up
សាង
front.
សង់
You know what? I might check.
Hey, ខ្ញុំលេងបាទត្រង់
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់ធ្វើវា
You guys become stoners.
Yeah, sang
Gotta get
song.
that castle up as fast as possible on that
បាទ
beachfront.
អ្នកសាងសង់ព្រីងរូចរល
ចាពាក្យបញ្ជា
អេបាទអ្នកប្រមា
I'll
ណ
start getting some more force over here. $800 food. I think it's already good. What was there now?
Ê, sụt đây.
បាទអ្នកជាជ្រៅ
See, they're all doing fishing shit. I don't do fishing because I don't need it. It's absolute fucking pointless stuff.
Chà, nè sang sòng. Trim ruột rồi. Chà, ok.
And it's a little blacksmith.
Chà,ធ្វើវា ចាអ្នកសាងសង់ពាក្យបញ្ជាខ្ញុំធ្វើវាត្រឹមត្រូវអូខេខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើវាត្រឹមត្រូវ
Probably gonna attack me right around here. That's actually
ត្រឹមត្រូវធ្វើវាចាត្រឹមត្រូវចា
maybe get 600
Ê,
from
sao đây?
that. 600 from that.
ចាអូខេ
I'm sorry. Well, when you get your first castle up, you make a bunch of archers and that, which you normally want to do. You want to make a shit ton of archers, throw them all in your castle. Your castle pretty much comes invulnerable.
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់
It's really hard for the castle to die. And then you sit there and you make fire arrows, make them more accurate for moving targets, and they just fucking kill everything in sight, which is amazing.
ពាក្យបញ្ជា អេសួស្ដីអ្នកសាងសង់ចាអ្នកប្រមូល
They always get more points than me. They build so much fucking shit. They built another town center.
Green Rouge Roll
Yeah.
អ្នកសាងសង់
That the AI always likes to keep shit going
ពាក្យ
by far
បាទ
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់
with
អ្នក
points.
សាងស
They
ង់
try so fucking hard. They just do everything possible to keep that points as high as fuck. They'll build anything and everything. It's kind of stupid.
Suzuki អ្នកសាំសុង
Perfect. That's how their minds work.
ចាអ្នកសាងសង់
Oh, she got some stone. Okay, I'm gonna grab that stone right there. I'm just gonna make 2 castles. Fuck yeah, 2 castles good. We put like one right here, and put another one like right up here. It'll be choreographed where they'll come down here and the castles.
ពាក្យបញ្ជីអ្នកសាំសុង
អេសួស្ដីអូខេក្រំអូខេ
Oh, this is-
អ្នកសាងសង់
Almost there.
Việc bánh trà
ធ្វើវា
អ្នកសាងសង់
You want to build as many of these as you can, because castles are extremely good for defensive and offensive.
Trin Woodrow អ្នកសាំសុង
Yeah, maybe done with this stone probably a little bit. Yeah, see, that was 1,000 more points to me. They built everything. Look how much they spread. Look at all the farmlands they have. Compared to me.
But
I'm still gonna have more food than them just because
អ្នកសាងសង់
I don't have to go back to the town center. I can literally just farm and farm and farm. That's why it keeps going up the way it does, which is amazing. These archers made. Throw them in there. I'm gonna build now. I'm building the academy. So I get the fire road going.
Ba Xóm Dội, Xóm Nâng Đợt Trim Áo Út
អេសួស្ដី
There it is. G.
អ្នកសាងសង់
Get that going. Yeah, his numbers go up. Battle elephants get 3 more attack. That's ridiculous. Ooh.
ពាក្យបញ្ជាបាទីនពកមុខ
I get some archer damage up.
ចា
ខ្ញុំ
ត្រឹ
នឹង
ម
ធ្វើ
ត្រូវ
វា
ចា
ខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើវា
អ្នកសាងសង់
Build it.
អ្នកសាងសង់
Where is that? Okay, do that
ពាក្យបញ្ជា
Increase.
ត្រៀមភ្លេងត្រៀមត្រ
Got the
ខ្ញុំ
bullet
នឹង
stuff
ត្រៀម
and
ត្រ
gold in that.
ភ្លេងខ្ញុំនឹងត្របាទខ្ញុំនឹងត្រអ្នកសាង
Yeah, we
សង់
collect all these relics now. They give you gold. So you want to collect all the relics you can. Maybe you steal their relics too, which is funny as fuck. I love stealing
អេ
their relics.
សុខស្ដីត្រូវអូខេខ្ញុំត្រឹមត្រូវ
You nice little fuck.
អ្នកសាងសង់
ពីអាត្មានឹងត្រៀមត្រ Nothing. Atma.
See, that should be there now. Yeah, there's not a lot of relics in this one. Sometimes you get like 9 or 10 relics and the gold just goes up dramatically.
ខ្ញុំលេងព្រីញាក់ជីជ្រៅ
Actually,
Yeah.
you go.
ពាក្យបាញាក់ញាក់ខាប់អស់
My wood.
ត្រៀមរូចរងញាក់សាំងសង
ចាអ្នកសាងសង់
បាទញាក់សាំងសង
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់អ្នកសាងសង់ពាក្យបញ្ជាអ្នកសាងសង់
I wish you can get them horseback riding. Just 14 times that. It's amazing. I think I got. There we go. No, should jump up. Yeah.
Plin Atma. Atma នឹងមានមុនទេ
Hey, now we don't like building a enormous amount of shit like they're doing. Like, they build a lot of fucking things. They got champions in that. That's all they have is champions. That's all they're doing is champions. I mean, that's okay, I guess. Have fun with that one. Nice to come back.
ពាក្យបញ្ជាត្រៀមប្រាក់ត្រៀមខ្ញុំនឹងទៅញាក់សាំងសងអេស៊ូសទេញាក់សាំងសងញាក់សាំងញាក់សាំងសង น้องเนี่ยត្រៀមមកជី Blinken. Logo 8 meinen Minuten. 8 Mal.
Thank you, making sure. That got the one that did it.
Ê, sụt đây. Nè sang sòng. Nè sang sòng.
8 nhạc sang song.
Yeah, my food is scouting. Look how fast it's going up. Well, you want to secure your, you always want to secure how many people that you have. You always like being more defensive now, so I don't like a lot of people dying. So I try to secure them, like I'll get priests and stuff from that, so I'll get my priest something over here.
Blinken.
And like during the battle and that, they'll be healing my guys and to be converting people and that. Priests are very, very useful, especially in hardcore battles and that. I mean, you have a strong enough group to kill them, they can just start healing that, so you don't have to constantly remake people. Because that is the worst thing to do, is constantly be remaking people over and over and over and over again. That should suck a lot.
Trim rồi rồi. Cha.
Super.
Biết nhạc promo.
Bị bánh nè promo.
Neutral.
Two.
Nhạc sang song. Nhạc sang song. Nhạc sang song.
Holds them, but they're gonna start attacking here pretty soon. You know, they normally do based upon how you are, how you act. So, like, if you act really offensively, they'll start building more defensive shit. I mean, obviously, eventually you're gonna have to attack them anyway. So it doesn't matter. Pick them up. Oh, wow, that's sweet. Wow. Yeah, these guys are super strong. Look at that damage, I'm gonna take 21 damage. They're probably gonna send a whole bunch of champions and like a bunch of retards. They do that a lot. I find it really funny.
Ê, sụt đây. Nè sang sòng. Bị bánh chìa. Nè sang sòng. Cha. Nè sang sòng.
Jesus Bin. Nhạc sang song. Acht meinen Minuten.
I need that ranger, boss. That ranger's low. It's military. Okay, there's a military faster. Cool.
Trim rồi rồi.
Yeah, that's why you have to constantly keep your food
Biết
up.
bản chí.
This is probably like the basic struggle of this game is right now, and you know that you're probably going to battle in the next like couple minutes in that. They're just surveying right now. And against these elephants and that, they're not gonna do shit. They're basically just gonna sit there and get their asses kicked. Especially with the castle right here. They shoot two ballistics. They have guys. Plenty of lead on that. Look at their strength. They were just high as fuck. But the basics of what I try to do is I want them to dwindle down their resources to shit. Okay, they're trying to get their attacks and that. That's fine. I always want them to dwindle down their resources as much as possible.
Ê, sụt đây. Nè sang sòng.
You guys over. There they go. See, I was arguing that. The castle's got terrible apart. Ah! They lost like 20 people right there, and I'm healing all my guys. See how it works? Okay. Now that they did the first attack, go to the
เนี่ย
next
สั่ง
one.
สอน
I know which way they're coming from. Oh, gold. Oh, my gold is. Yeah. Okay. It goes up by a little bit, but it's not enough. So they go out and go grab some more gold. Right there. Okay. I think I'm building this.
No Bobrania.
Oh, they're coming again.
Cha. Ông cha.
Get up! Oh, fuck off. Bring back to the healers. They're trying to attack my guys.
Kia Pan Ye. Về lúc
Well, I'm still stabilizing my resources, and they're losing resources now because they have to build a bunch of champions and that. I mean, champions are rather strong, but they're not going to be stronger than a full elite fucking castle. The castle's got too much. The range is not bad. The range is, what, 11?
Trim đôi khóa. Nè sang sòng. Trâm trời.
เตรียมรูจเนี่ยเนี่ยขับออกเนี่ยขับออกเอ้ยปลิมปลิมบ้า
They're gonna keep on attacking.
អ្នកជួសជុល
Việc
Ring
bắn
tròn.
He puts in their goofy ass champions over there. Oh, wait, no, he was
Chom
good.
lên bà
Should be okay.
nhạc sang song
13. They normally don't get that close though, because they're stupid. Well. Just need some range. That'd be nice. See how I gotta start talking about those. Talk about. Take a move.
Nó
Thế là
là
phải-
mình nhạc chỉ trả
Oh no, go on the guy. What's wrong with that? Look like it worked. Oh, they're sending troops in now. Attack! So anyways, they're gonna keep on sending more and more troops. If I make that. Don't blow it up, that's my guys. Good work, faster.
Nó
Oh,
bóng
yeah,
là nhạc
Here we
Three
go.
mà vút
bà nhạc chủ trộn
Make more elephants.
Ba Chom nâng đợt Chom dồn Về lúc Ba chom nâng đợt Ba tin Chom nâng đợt
Heat, bitches.
Có mức Chom nâng đợt
So, I mean, yeah, the AI definitely is not the most smartest fucking AI, really. Which is fine.
Nó
Not
bóng
saying
là
the
nhạc
AI is smart.
Three mà vút
biết chỉ linh linh
Fire! Whole bunch of things. Tons of them. Got gold over right fucking there. That's like the worst spot to have gold. Look at this shit. They're just building a whole bunch of crap just to build it. It is so stupid. They build up an enormous amount of fucking things just to build them. Just be like, oh, I got more points than you.
Dream Rouge Roar Nyak
They're
Sang
so
Song
dumb.
Nong Nham Ria Chi Nja
Gotta finish this one off. What do you about these Bliss elephants? They have an AoE thing.
Noble
So they could be able to sit there and go through people and it hits everybody. Their range sucks though. It's 6. It's not bad, but I wish it was more. They're trying. They're trying to push and drop off right here, which would be still dumb. It's about time AI does activate. My guy will be killing him, so it doesn't matter. I definitely gonna get that gold right there. I'll go find. There's probably not another spot for gold. Cause they can go there steal their shit. But they don't know this. Stop doing that. You're just wasting materials. Stupid asses. Almost done with that wood. Okay, well, let's go right there. Oh my god, it's a huge mess. Elites! Good enough. Oh, I got pissed. So far, so good. I got pissed so bad. I got pee. Oh, fuck. There's so much shit in my way. Yeah. I like my room in that, but I wish it was just a slight bit bigger. Oh man, I think about ordering me give me a pizza. Maybe, I don't know. They're so fucking expensive. Oh, be right back. Oh man. It's already nighttime. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Wait for my elites to get up. Oh, cool. Thanks, stuff. The cavalry gets mount units. Oh, they're not. Well, they are mount units. Here they come again. They do the running thing. Got them do the moving back and forth thing. Yeah.
Atma ng mimumte.
That's fine. They're gonna push back. They have to.
Địa bàn dế. Bát tin.
Nobom Atma. Jom limtra. Blim blim.
Run. See, there ain't nothing else over but wood. I guess I can get a wood thing going. Fuck it, let's do it.
Nyak sang song.
Did you look that fucker real quick? Yeah, when you're in battle, Matt, you definitely don't pay attention to what you have. I'm so micro-focused. I'm so focused on my battles.
ត្រៀមរួចរាល់ត្រូវខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើវា
Yeah, berserkers. It's not too bad. Not a whole lot though. I really think I'm gonna make some. Okay, this should be a good one over there. That thing costs fucking gold. They cost wood. These guys suck so bad though. I hate fucking like all the things that are good cost fucking gold. Besides like the pikemen and shit. But that's just ridiculous. I wonder what they're gonna do. They're gonna float around for a little bit.
Nong nyam Atma. Blim blim.
They have to be losing resources dramatically. Because once you get them down to food and wood, and they start just producing a shit ton of pikemen, then pikemen fucking suck. And they'll start producing these little javelin guys. That's what you want. You want them to lose all their fucking gold. Have to find out where they're at. See, they got a lot of castles though. They don't have any one of them though. A huge amount of fucking armor. Dang, I have a lot of fucking armor. Elite. The only bad thing about these guys, they're just really fucking slow. Their speed. Are you? You see how fast they walk? These guys are fucking quick as shit. The problem is they have like no life. See, that's gonna trigger them. Yeah, I think they're running out of resources. Yeah, that's what it is. My goal is gonna steadily go up in that. They might get a little bit of gold in that because I think they have the same amount of things that I have. I think so. Yeah, church. Yeah, I think I got gold. They build so much crap. It's just when you go in battle with them, you gotta destroy all of this shit. It is so much. Look at the docks they have in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 docks. They got people full of like champions and gold people and that. Oh my god. They're gonna drop. This is why I love doing what I do. I always love playing this way. You can play offensive. If you get up in the rankings really quick, you definitely could be offensive like super fucking fast. And you can literally start melting people real fucking quick. That's the problem. You gotta have a lot of fucking resources. Yeah, when they're scared because they don't want to lose troops. And they see a big old army of fucking elephants that shoot 2 ballistas at once. Yeah, they're getting a little scared. They're waiting for this gold. They're waiting to get all this gold right here. That's all the gold they have. While they're waiting, I'm just gathering my own amount of gold. They're gonna do a big attack. They're gonna try to kill my guys. Okay, they're trying to come down. Now, I got gold right there I can gather. I can probably hit it off because they're not really... They ain't really do anything else. That's probably what they're trying to aim for. Put more up here. Let's get that gold really quick. I don't think there's anything else in the area. There's stone right there. Yeah. They're trying it. They want that gold. That's what they want.
Ba, plim ba, chom nâng được, trim trò. Ba.
Yeah, it costs a lot of fuel. Siege weapon like okay.
Biết bài trí, nhạc sang song.
They're trying. They're just losing more resources because them things cost quite a bit. And these ships cost like 100 of gold. And their Viking ships cost quite a bit. That's why they're getting skittish. Shouldn't take me too long. I said in like 5 minutes or so. You gather up as much as I can. I think they gather up like 20 each or something like that. See? They're losing resources. They're trying to find other resources now. They literally are trying to come in my thing and try to get that gold.
Địa ẩn dế.
That's how they're playing it. They're trying to go over my part and try to like build shit. That's all they want to do. They want to get a town center up so they can have like a counter offensive. They're trying so fucking hard for that shit. It is so fucking stupid. And they know that they are. Yeah, I wish they were a little bit faster though. That's the biggest problem is they're so fucking slow. And their range is just so crap. Peace over here. Yeah, their range is just so much shit. The ones like a lot is just normal archers, not or cavalry archers. Yeah, there's guys up there. They're down their gold. You're gonna last in my gold. The fastest way to end these, especially islands, that is just try to send over people, get a town center building, and build a base on their side, and then start producing people. Then you can have like a counteract, like a normal land battle. You can let your island to keep on like gathering resources. You can just put them over here because you can build something like right fucking here and gather all this resources around here, stone, whatever gold that was around there. That's the best thing to do. At least I think so. Yeah, I'm always skeptical about attacking people. They're just sitting over there, just losing all that food. Gotta go back to the They are. They're trying so fucking hard. I don't have any docks, and I could send people over and start building. But I don't really do it. I don't know if I let these games last for a while now because I'm lazy. I'm not really fucking lazy with this shit. But yeah, we'll call this quits right now. I really don't even care, honestly. They beat me in almost everything. It's social. Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. Okay, we're gonna get back to the camera that. We'll talk for a little bit. Oh, holy fuck. I really think I do want to order another pizza nut. Whoa! Too far back. But yeah, I was talking to one of the girls at work. You know, we started bringing up like abortions and that, and people were like saying, "I'm with abortions." I'm like, "Why are you with killing things?" Like, you guys need to understand what that means. That means people that are fucking lazy ass bitches, and I'm gonna call it out how it is, lazy women that sit there and they want to have sex with everything in sight. This is most of the times why this happens. And they want to, you know, pop the morning after pill, and they don't care about killing their own genetics. And this is why there's a fucking problem in society. People are demoralized. They're so fucking demoralized. They're so fucked up in the head. And it's so, like, fucking downgraded. And it's just like, holy shit. It's like, why do you want to be like that? Why would you want to have that sort of, like... Why would you want that? To me, that's stupid. I mean, I wouldn't want that. You know, if I got a girl pregnant and like, say like we just, you know, we were in a relationship for a couple of years and that, and like we wanted to get married and that, and all of a sudden she had an abortion, I'd kill the bitch. I'd be like, no, that's straight up fucking murder. You should go to prison. Literally, you should go to prison for murdering something. Like, literally. That's why I don't want to have sex with any women. I honestly can't even trust half of them. And not saying they're bad people, and that's just, how can I trust you? You know, if we have an exciting night and that we, you know, and we're flared up and that we want to fuck and that, it's just like, don't give a shit. And I'm you know, milking my fucking nuts in your fucking pussy and shit. And then like, you find out you're pregnant and that, and say you might tell me, and if you do, that's great. But women get this sense of like thinking that, well, it's in me, so it's my baby altogether. No, it wasn't for me busting my nut in you. You wouldn't have a kid. It's both of ours. You take responsibility over the things you do just as much as I take responsibility over it. I mean, when you're in the heat of passion, it's very obviously you're going to be a little bit more like not thinking about it because you love that person. You want to be close to that person. And the closest you can get to that person is by having sex with them. Of course, a lot of people, I really don't think like that. Guys get scared. That's why guys want, you know, fuck a girl in the ass and that. You know, because guys get scared of that shit. Joe Biden is the worst president. Oh, Joe Biden's a piece of shit. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing. It gets to that point, it's just ridiculous. And like, they don't think about it until you actually talk about it with them. They're like, oh yeah, that's what guys do. Guys are afraid. Guys are literally afraid. They're afraid to have sex with women nowadays. If they doing that, a lot of them just don't fucking give a shit. They do for their own, you know, bullshit. But some guys, want to make families and that. And there's some girls out there that do it too, but like, it gets scary. Because when I talk to some of these girls and that, I'm just sitting there like, let's see if I make this a little bit bigger for me. I can be bigger. It gets scary now because they're all like, well, I just want to have sex. Well, what if you get pregnant? You can't abort it. I can't do nothing about it. You just got to have the kid. This is what a lot of people say. Take responsibility for the things you do. The majority of women that do abortions are not rape victims. Barely at all. They're a very small percentage. And they call incest very small percentage. The reason I'm talking about this, because I keep seeing these ads and that about all these goofy ass fucking Democrat fucking dickheads that don't give a fuck about women's rights. They're using it as a stabilization to make them shit ton of fucking money that over the political system. And it's fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's fucking hypocritical. It's a massive stream of bullshit. When you actually explain it to the younger women and that, it's your moral responsibility. When you're with a man, you gotta teach them how to date people. You gotta teach them how to be in relationships. People run around with their heads cut off of that. I catch them with it all the time. There's a couple girls I'm working at. There's nothing wrong with it. They're sweetheart girls. They just don't know. So it's like, okay, so no one tells you this shit. Nobody. Everybody's dumb. Everybody are all fucking bunch of retarded motherfuckers that don't know how to live life. Even people with mental disabilities know how to have relationships. But no, I guess average, normal people, they're so dumb they don't realize anything. How do you not see this? I mean, like, literally, I listen to this stuff. Guys talk about being players. Women talk about, I haven't done this, I haven't had dick in a week or two. And they establish like that because that's all they care about. And I tell them, why don't you just play with yourself? Why don't you just masturbate? It's different. No, it's actually not. It's all in the mind. Because what you're doing is, you're doing fake love towards all these dudes, and they're doing fake love towards you, and then guess what happens? Everybody's fake fucking each other now. It's not real love. You get in a relationship with someone, you have real love with them, you're content. You don't want to fuck anybody else but that person. But mine, the mindset has coerced us to think that sexual stuff is not love. Exactly what it is. That's what love is. That's the final stage of most relationships, is to get to that point of being in love with each other, to have sex with each other. But they don't think it like that. They think sex is a dopamine rush. They think sex is, a way of living that now. It's like, oh, I can fuck this guy. I can go on Tinder now. Well, this guy thought. And you see all the dudes that they bring in. It's like they're dating. They're trying to date people that. Like this one girl, Nat. I love her to pieces. She's a sweetheart, Nat. But she brings in these guys and that. And like, she's trying to find someone to date. And it blows my mind. I said to her, and I keep mentioning it, just be single. But I feel alone. You feel alone because you think about it too damn much. Do other things. You're working all the time, and I promote other things. Do other activities. I don't know, fucking exercise. Think about what you're going to eat. Go on a better diet. Do something for yourself. That person that you're dating is definitely not going to do anything for you. They want to be with you just like you want to be with them. They want to have sex. They want to fuck you. They want to have sex with you. They want to get that fucking, their dopamine levels higher than that because they think that they're alone. I haven't touched a woman, full-on naked woman, in like 10 fucking years. I don't care. I want to fall in love. I want to be with someone. I want to be close to them. So when I do see them after a long day of work, we can be together, build a life together. No, it's literally like, I use you, you use me. No, together. They're not using each other. We're establishing a correlation of love together that builds each other up. I've seen plenty of marriages and relationships with women that are my age, probably a little bit younger too. And my God, they're horrible. Their men are fucking sacks of shit. They don't do nothing right. They're pieces of shit. And the women just like, well, he's not a bad person. That dude's horrible. Just like Joe Biden's a horrible president. You could have 10 bad things and have one good thing. That one good thing, for some reason, they attach to it. Because they're like, well, he might change. Yeah, the 15 other girls that said that shit, got rid of him. He might change. You know how you change? You go through a pilgrimage. You go through a journey in your life, and you think of why I'm like this. And you look for something new. You look for better resources to follow by. That's why I like playing video games that I play. At least for some of them that have a lot of honor. They have a lot of dignity in them. They have a lot of what you call pride. Not the gay pride. They totally just took that and rearranged that. Whatever. Actual pride in their life. When they do things, they have pride in it. People do things because of the money. I say I do things because I want to have an experience beyond what I do at home. I know a lot of people, they get on their PlayStation 5. As soon as they get on that, they grab the remote control and that. They're ready. They're ready to, play a fucking video games for 3 or 4 hours straight. They don't think about their day. They don't think about what happened in their day and that. Unless it's something crucial, like dramatic shit. They're like, oh, I'll talk about that. So they get on their headsets and then they talk to all their friends and that. That's their life. You're a fucking loser. That's a loser life. Sorry. It's a loser life. And what I mean by loser, that you're losing actual intelligence because you can gain so much from your job. You can gain so much from where you live at. You can gain so much from who you talk to. But it's literally like, I want to have fun, I want to have fun, I want to have fun. Yeah, that's why 99.9% people all do that shit. I want to have fun, I want to have fun, I want to have fun. And then you got the fucking 0.1% like me trying to actually learn and try to actually push something forward in that while you're still digging your shit pile in that. I'm climbing out of the shit pile. I want to become more than just the dumbass motherfuckers I live around. They care about money, sex, and then they say, well, I have to pay bills. That's why I'm losing money, because of bills. But what else you spend your money on? You just bought a new car, right? You spend $20,000 on a new car. You put a down payment of $20,000 on a new car. And you're saying, that's not the problem? I hear that a lot, too. Your other car was fine, right? It's like, well, yeah, I had a little bit of stuff in that. I could have took a shop and spent like $2,000 on it. It would have been perfectly fine. So you spend 10 times the money for a brand new car that hasn't been paid off yet. You already paid off that car and that everything's fine. It's now yours. It's not yours until you pay it off. So put a loan out on the car. It's the bank's until you pay it off. The bank owns your shit until you pay it off. That's why people don't think. They think they own all this stuff. No, it's not yours. As soon as you stop paying for the payments for 2 or 3 months, they'll repo that shit. They're like, okay, take it back. Thanks for your interest. That's why the banking system can be good and bad. You can own high-class shit and still be broke as fuck because you have to pay all those bills off. Because no one makes enough money to pay just cash for everything unless they do outside working stuff that makes them good money. Unless they save up $10,000 or $20,000, $30,000 and they decide to buy a brand new car. Because most times the brand new cars are not worth the $10,000 or $30,000 anyway. Most times them cars are worth like fucking $5,000. They upscale it. So you could probably dwindle them down like $5,000 or $6,000. They know how much they make. Oh, you say, well, the market price of this car is $10,000. You sell it to me for $30,000. You sell it to you for $15,000. You're still making $5,000 profit, and then they get stuck with it. Well, you gotta learn this stuff. People say I gotta build my credit up so I can get less interest. That's the whole point of that shit. I have no credit. The only thing I'm paying off on is my crown, which I'll be paying off probably by next year. It's $100 a month. The only other things I have is my $250 a month bills. That's $350 a month. I got my Crunchyroll, which is $7 a month. And, you know, I pay $20 for the internet. Well, that's part of everything. The $250. So I pay about $400 a month of rent, give or take, about $400. And then I got my cell phone bill, so it's like four something. I make about $400 on a max day. I can make about $430 on a max period. Like this period and the last period, I didn't make shit. Oh no. Last paycheck I did. This paycheck I'm making 6 hours less. The other paycheck that I just got was the lower one. This one's going to be the maxed out one. This one's going to be the 400 and something. You know, and then I buy little stuff in between to micromanage my growth. I got Bowflex weights. I've been hitting weights harder now. You know, I have them right next to me. That. You know, I get my pre-workout on that. I spend $120 on pre-workout aminos that I use to build my body up and that. See, Cell Chem. There's a little bit of creatine in it, has a bunch of aminos in it, has a bunch of potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium, vitamin B. It has, a bunch of shit that actually has a lot of vitamin. There's a good amount of vitamin C in it. Not a lot, evidently. So, I mean, it helps. People spend more money, and where I live at, people spend more money on drugs, buying weed and that doesn't even make you better. It actually dumbs you down. Not saying you won't learn, but you'll be lazy as fuck and you won't want to learn anyway. Talk about that. I'm starting to get hungry. Woot woot, waiting for my pizza. Pizza. I know, I'm so excited. 3 more days till DLC. I might be playing that later. Go through some Resident Evil 8. I actually really like that game besides the last part. The last part sucks. I don't like the last part. The castle part, and then once you get to the Dow part, that part's quick. It's like fucking 10 minutes, honestly. It's a very quick part. And the fish part's not too bad. That's really quick, too. That's about 15 minutes. And then the factory is actually the longest part. The factory is really long. It could be up to like 30 or so minutes, depending on how fast you kill the guys. Bum, ba-da, ba, bum. Come on, play some StarCraft too. I kind of miss playing that game. Delivery. Okay. Better get my pizza in that. I don't know what I want to do. Dr. Wolffield has another thing out, which I'm happy. I love Dr. Wolffield. I think Dr. Wolffield is strictly amazing. And what I'm listening to now is called Lovell. You listen to it's called John Thor Lovell. It teaches you about all the shit the government's trying to hide from you. That you should look it up. But obviously, you have to type in the actual guy's name. It'll be John Thor, Thor. You type it in, it'll be like one of his movie things.
That's all they would have to do. Just zoom in. But they won't do it. They'll never do it. I think it's hilarious that NASA will straight up tell you we destroyed the technology to go to the moon.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
But they destroyed the technology and they can't go back. It's ridiculous. There's an interview with Buzz Aldrin, actually, where he's being interviewed by a little girl. Her question was,
why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know what I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
after 50 years,
Okay, that pizza's gonna be here.
humanity. And
Yep, that's what it is. Buzz Aldrin just basically stated it. So you guys gotta listen. It's not believing, start knowing. Be right back. Should watch Meet the Spartans. That shit's hella funny. Ooh. Got my food. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are curious about this stuff and that, just research yourself. Go through the documentaries yourself. Learn the knowledge. Push yourself along. Now, there's an interview with Buzz Aldrin. He's talking to an 8-year-old girl. And you can see the tears in his eyes. You could see that he's lied for all these years. You could just see it in his eyes. And it's kind of funny that why would someone be crying and then admit the actual truth? It's like, because they're paid. They're paid actors. They're paid wannabe actors. So why would you do that? That's what blows my mind. Why would you do that? Why do people, make people believe in stuff that, that's not true? Then later on in their life, before they die, they'd actually say it because they're on their deathbed anyway. That's what they normally do. Take it to the grave. They had one guy that came out, I don't know what country it was in that, but it was in the European countries. And right before he died, he said aliens do exist. He says they come from outer space. But what he was saying, they come from outer our space. And he says, yeah. Now, the whole adoption thing, that's just fucking far-fetched lies. It's just bullshit. It's just community scare tactics and shit. The reason why I say it like that is because a lot of it's true. And people don't want to believe it because they don't see it. So you don't see it because you don't want to see it. You don't want to see anything you don't want to see. You only want to see things you want to see. Our minds are regulators. We regulate what we do through thoughts. If we had no thoughts, we'd be what you call programmed. But we're not. That's why they call it brainwashing, to indoctrinate you. They have all these words for a reason. Because they don't want you to know something because it could spoil their plans of domination. And that's all it is. It never matters what anybody says. Because they all do the same thing.
Perpetrated this giant fraud. He's sick of lying. And his conscience, in a moment of humility, and his conscience wouldn't let him lie to this little 8-year-old girl. This silly globe model with water magically attached to it, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, shooting around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour, and rocketing through the universe at 500,000 miles an hour is just the goofiest, silly thing that I've ever heard in my life. They want you to think you're a monkey man, a purposeless accident created by nothing, that exploded from a big bang that was created not by scientists, by a priest, mind you, while they steal $58 million a day in taxpayers' money to show you cartoons, CGI. They just have to show you enough Hollywood and magic tricks and for you to believe the nonsense. It shocks me how many people actually believe they're floating above our heads. It's all filmed here on Earth. Outer space is a fantasy. The Earth is a stationary plane. Google bubbles in space. You can literally see bubbles coming up from these astronauts' helmets. It's ridiculous. When I saw it, I was like, this is a joke.
So many times during spacewalks outside the International Space Station, you can see air bubbles rising up. Can you touch on how there are air bubbles in space? So yeah, like a lot of times during the footage, the NASA footage, you can see bubbles coming up out of the helmets or kind of from underneath you. How do you explain bubbles in space?
Yeah, often on the outside of the space station, you'll liberate little pieces of, it's a really harsh environment out there. Outside.
Try to explain this shit. It's just so funny.
Flecks of paint or something that you might have disrupted floating away from the suit, and that's generally what that is. I've never seen any kind of air bubble anywhere.
Could it be that you're filming in an underwater pool and you're not really out there? Alright, well I just encourage everyone to look up bubbles in space, hashtag bubbles in space. Thank you very much. What's bubbles in space doing? That's what? Bubbles in space? Bubbles in space? Yeah. I don't know what that is, you know? You Mr. Kelly? Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't remember the question from Tampa about the bubbles in space coming out from the helmet? Yeah, you guys are in an underwater pool, remember? We know. Just remember. That's all right. You said mine is hashtag bubbles in space.
I love it.
Bubbles in space, brother. What's your word on it? What's that? Yeah, you were asked that 2 times in the past couple months, actually. Bubbles coming out in the spacewalks. Oh, you're that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm one of those guys. Yeah, I'm right there. And then, thank you so much. There you go. Astronauts on harnesses as well. Anything to say about that? Do I have anything to say about it? Yeah. I have anything you want me to say about it. What do you want me to say? Whatever your thoughts are. I just want your honest opinion. About what? There's video evidence of guys hanging from harnesses in the International Space Station.
Sir, we need to keep going. There's a very good one. Thank you so much. Can you please step forward? Thank you so much.
How about
Please step forward.
selling a book of pictures with taxpayer money? How about that?
Thank you so much.
These are all on taxpayer dime. Not this one, but the picture book. You know what you can do? You can sell the same pictures yourself because they are public domain. Absolutely. They should be free to the taxpayers. They are free. Why are you selling it for $40? You can do whatever you want. Well, you're doing it just by ripping off the taxpayers. Thanks for coming.
Once people start realizing that we've been lied to on a grand
I want my money
scale,
back.
everything
Fuck you, NASA. I want my money back. Stop stealing money. Government, stop stealing money altogether. We didn't have federal tax till World War II. And that war we shouldn't have been involved with in the first place.
International Space Station on YouTube, and the astronauts floating about in it while they're orbiting the Earth.
They were going to get rid of it after the 50s.
You can't do that unless you're in outer space.
Practice makes perfect. Give me another
It's as simple as using a zero-G plane and strapping a harness to their belt. Then, just like Batman movies, they remove the wires using a computer. At times, the manipulation reveals itself. Green screen and blue screen technology cannot always be flawless. How can you keep denying this trickery? Here
Got my
is the
pizza to
Europe
eat.
Space Agency at NASA Studios, using a blue screen with grids. This technology has been used for decades. It works best for 3D and live manipulation. It's funny. Once NASA was caught red-handed, they produced a couple of senseless videos 8 months later, trying to pretend like they always use them for science experiments, knowing damn well it was too late. Why do clowns defend them?
There is no chance you could remove the background.
These people lie to your face in the hope that you will not do your own research. NASA knows that most are too lazy to dig through its massive rabbit hole. Yet, in the meantime, they just love to rub it in your face. They steal $52 million per day from American taxpayers just to create a fantasy display of men orbiting their spinning pear-shaped space testicle Earth. Their green screens are awesome. When they are live and something glitches, their reactions are always priceless. I'm not sure why you globeheads keep defending all of this. Are you waiting on NASA to finally come forward?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear citizens of America. We here at NASA have been lying to you all
I wish that would happen.
about our projects, operations, and missions into outer space. We have never been higher than lower Earth orbit.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
Every image we have is CGI. Our films are mostly done in an underwater buoyancy facility. We have funneled millions of dollars per day to show you cartoons and false illusions, and we are truly very sorry. We will repay all taxpayers back the trillions of dollars we have stolen. This will be divided evenly between the citizens of America, as well as rebuilding poverty-stricken towns and cities all across America, as this department has finally come to an end.
Isn't it weird
every space documentary, all the series. I had them all. Joe had them all. We watched them all the time. I tried to remember all the about a neutron star and a super hypernova. Me and Joe were deep into space.
Beyond Venus, 93 million miles from the sun, is Earth. Its great oceans forming the clouds and air currents which warm and irrigate the planet.
I thought I was better than people because I knew so much about space. And every now and then I'd watch all that and wonder, what? This is all cartoons. And every now and then I think to myself, it's weird that we're not watching any actual footage of space. It's all CGI. All DVDs on space are all CGI. There's nothing real. And everyone watches that, they believe it, the narration is all programming. What's above us and what we're on, we're being lied to. Don't we have Hubble? Why don't you point it at the Earth and get some awesome shots of where we live? All the pictures and images from space are CGI. None of them are real. We haven't gone past that. What? Are you telling me that that's okay? We could just gloss over that? They admit that they're all CGI, except for one in 1972, which is fake. They have one picture. They say one is real, 1972. All the rest is CGI. And where are the pictures of Earth from space? I want to see a picture. I want to see tens of thousands of them. I want to see the sun over here and the moon over there. People should have posters all over the world. People should have these epic pictures of the Earth from space with the moon over here and the sun over there and the planets. There's none.
Literally zero. They do sometimes exaggerate, like claiming they used a NASA camera 1.6 million miles away to take this alleged video of the dark side of the moon. It doesn't take a genius to see how undeniably computer-generated this image is. And yet, you think we are the moronic ones?
You'll be thought as a moron for not trusting criminals that sell out and a traitor for defending. The reality is, the things that come out of your mouth, are you saying something that a defense attorney would say, or are you saying something that a prosecuting attorney would say? When it comes to the government, that criminal, that's like John Gotti. I'm saying that a prosecuting attorney would say, not saying like, we'll prove it. We'll prove it. It's a criminal, without a doubt. Whatever's coming from the government, I need I need the kind of evidence that would shut down a case. If I don't see the evidence, why would I believe it?
What is gravity?
I have no idea. Okay, next question.
So you're telling me gravity is strong enough to hold oceans onto it, battling inertia from the spin. So gravity's holding oceans, inertia's trying to pull it out and make it fling. Skyscrapers would fling off the Earth, but this gravity's holding these. It's so strong, it's holding these. But it can't hold helium balloon. Things that are less dense go up. Things that are more dense go down. Has nothing to do with gravity. Where's gravity out with butterflies? You would think that if gravity's so strong it's holding skyscrapers down to it, we would be flat on the ground.
There is gravity all the way out to the moon and beyond.
Long before the theory of gravity was a glimmer in Newton's imagination, the natural physics of density and buoyancy already perfectly explained why apples fall down. Objects fall or rise based on their relative density to the medium surrounding them. Apples fall because they are denser than the air, while helium balloons rise because they are lighter.
No gravity necessary.
This is why raindrops fall down through the air and air bubbles rise up through water. Everything seeks its relative density and rises or falls until settling accordingly. This is why a tiny pebble sinks to the bottom of the ocean, but gigantic cruise ships and aircraft carriers stay afloat on the surface. Because even though a pebble is so small, its mass, relative to its volume, its density, is more than water, so it sinks. And even though a cruise ship is so large, its mass, relative to its volume, is less than water, so it floats. If Newton's apple had landed in a puddle, he would have seen the apple only fell through the air because it was denser than the air, but then floated on top of the water because it was less dense than water. The natural physics of density and buoyancy was understood and agreed upon for centuries before they changed our textbooks and started NASA.
All our space information is coming from NASA. Wernher von Braun was the director of all 6 moon missions, and he's a. Is that not a comic book? That's a comic book.
United States of America.
Operation Paperclip, my people in Germany, all they want is freedom and peace.
We want to welcome you to the US of A. We must divert their
I'm
attention.
going to make so much money. It's crazy to brainwash a nation. We will be on a mission. I want to bring my technology on airplane models. I want to work with Walt. I want to see the rest. We need to get the indoctrination started. If people believe an airplane can go to the moon, I'd be able to do it. To brainwash a nation, I will need help. We will be on a mission. Bringing United States of America. Shit. Oh, jeez, who hired these guys? Jesus Christ, these guys can't act.
We come from this big bang and fluffy puffy pixie fairy dust and unicorn farts, and all of a sudden
Unicorn farts.
just came out of that. No, it was designed. It's not an accident. Everything according to the bogus Darwinian theory of evolution, all of it points to a godless, atheist, demonic, demon-crat lie. NASA is a corporation, and they are the same people who run Disney. In fact, they are very, very similar, because what they do is they entertain people. They're not teaching people. They don't want people to know the truth about the cosmos. They're entertaining them with CGI images. Every image you see, not photo, every single one of them, all of those are computer-generated images. They are not photos. Everyone you see on Google is a CGI image. It is not a photo. And if you can't tell that they are CGI, either there's two things wrong with you. You are either or you are mentally deranged. You do not have control of your own mind. Your mind has been indoctrinated, it has been brainwashed, and you've been duped, and you still believe in Santa Claus and the upside down spinning Santa ball, which the Jesuits invented in 1542. Prior to 1542, every single culture, all our intelligent ancestors will be rolling in their graves knowing that their stupid progeny actually think they live on a spinning globe that people bow down to for their false ideology. They are stars. Hence all the intelligent pre-Copernican astrologers, Ptolemaic astrologers like myself, taught that all the planets are wandering stars. They are luminous bodies. Just as the Egyptians said, just as the Greeks and the Mayans and the Aztecs said, just as our intelligent ancestors said. All the stars, as they say, in every constellation are all at different depths. By millions of light years, how come the thousands and thousands and thousands of years of hurtling through the sky, there is no distortion, no difference in luminosity of stars? We're supposed to be flying at breakneck speeds through the galaxy, and yet the same boring stars keep turning over our flat, stationary, plain Earth forever and ever and ever and ever. So we are not moving.
Yep.
We're supposed to be traveling at, get this number in your head, 66,600 mile an hour, 666. That's how fast the Earth is orbiting. If you go,
I love it.
you are stupid, stupid beyond your wildest imagination. That's why we have a horizon, because it's horizontal. That's why we have sea level, because the sea is level. It's not curving. You cannot call it sea level. You'll call it sea curve. That's why we have tectonic plates
it never overflows, it never drains. And to all those astrologers out there who think they are astrologers teaching heliocentrism, like Laura Eisenhower, the granddaughter of her grandfather, the president of the US, calling herself a heliocentric astrologer, no such thing exists.
At a very young age, wondering why the heck did I land in the Eisenhower family. I was faced with the opportunity to go to Mars. Some people wonder, why the heck didn't you go to Mars? But my intuition told me, from really recalling a youth filled with a lot of insight about what I was here to do.
Here's what the biggest thing is. Talk about speech. Speech is a huge thing. How you talk determines how trustworthy you are. So when you talk with emotions, you're really throwing stuff out there and you're saying stuff that actually makes conscious sense. Like when I talk about abortion, that, and people agree with abortion, that, I say, okay, if you agree with abortion, so do you agree with dead babies? I say that out of context. It's just this question. And every woman's going to say no. Okay, so why do you agree with abortions then? You literally already know you disagree with it, but you have to push this narrative because you think women's rights. Okay, men have right too. Women want men to get their tubes tied because they don't want to get pregnant anymore. Why should I have to get my tubes tied? What about man's rights? I like my juicy balls. I should not have to get my tubes tied because it doesn't fuck around with your hormones. Yeah, it does. It fucks with your whole system. Your system is made perfectionately. When you start doing all these experiments on yourself, like, oh, doctors say 2 times are okay. They don't fuck with you. I see a lot of people get 2 times. Guess what happens? They get fat. They get fucking lazy. Because your body stops producing sperm. When you stop producing it, why do you need your nuts anymore? Exactly. Exactly. I mean, stop doing this stuff so much. Do other things. There's so much things to do, and you want to keep on doing these same things over and over again because I don't know what the fuck it is with people with sex. They think about, the girls think about just a dick. They think about penis and that's it. They don't think about the person at all, evidently. They just think about, I haven't had this, and I haven't had dick, and whatever, how many. I heard this not even from one woman, from lots of different women. And I make fun of them in a very, positive way. I say, oh, you got another boy toy. It hasn't hit them yet to think like, well, shit, maybe I should get in a relationship. You know what to think? How do I do that? You're naturally supposed to be responding to that. There's 2 girls at work that I like. There's very good potential with them. One of them is a huge potential with them. Because I see that me and her are kind of the same. We talked about it. I mentioned it to her and that, I asked her, what would happen if me and you dated that? How would our lives be? Because according to what I hear from what she says about the guy that she is with, dude evidently is a very overly emotional dude that sits there all day and smokes. But guess what? Smokes weed all day. Because he needs that dopamine rush. He needs that happiness drugged into him. And you can just tell. I'm happy as fuck. I'm naturally dopamine happy. Naturally. I drink my water and it hydrates me, makes me happy. I walked home in the rain. My shirt was fucking soaked. Didn't get sick. I went home, took a hot shower and I drank the whole quart of fucking milk. But a normal person, they sit there, they smoke a vape all day. They're breathing all that motherfucking moisture in their body and that. Smoke weed, smoke a vape. It all dries your system out. And all, gives you stuff that's not the best thing for you. Weed itself was used for the medication to lower down nervous reactions. Or you can just control your fucking nervous system. Jesus fucking Christ. You have anxiety now because you're too potent. You have anxiety now because you think about stuff too much without any answers. Like, what am I going to do with my life? I don't fucking know. Why are you thinking about that? Think about what, set up goals in your life and then try to finish them. The simplest thing you learn like 6th grade, 1st grade, 1st through 6th, they put this on you. Do goals. You got small goals and long-term goals. Every year is a new year. You should have a new goal. You should do something new. Because it makes life more interesting. Because then in your mind, you're staying content. When you stay content, guess what? You lose your anxiety because you know where you're going. Anxiety is overthinking things you haven't done yet because you don't want to do them anyway. But once you do them, your anxiety goes down and then you start getting less depressed. Because when you don't do anything that your mind wants you to do, then you get depressed. Thoughts or depression, unless it's something that's a psychological thing that happened to you and that like, oh, someone farted or something that was funny. That thought can make you happy. But it has something to do with you because you choose not to do that little something. It's like, oh, I'm going to push back weightlifting. I'm not going to weightlift today. Even though I don't feel any muscle pain at all. Not saying like me right now. My chest hurts, my back hurts and that. My hamstrings are fucking killing me actually. And like, and then they sit there and be like, and they push it back and push it back and push it back, and then all of a sudden they get like a whole year went by, they have done nothing. I've been there, I've done that. But when I see people that progress every year, that always do something that, they're always a hell of a lot more happier. And yes, it probably has a lot to do with parents and that, you know. Because some parents are like big babies and that, and they have children there, and they have no idea how to do anything right, for the most part in that. So, no, you can't, kids can't choose their parents. They're brought into that. It doesn't mean you can't choose your life. Like one of the girls are working out has a dickheaded fucking dad. Dude, like the most punchable face I've ever seen in my life. Complete just douchebag. He looks like a little douche. Has no honor at all. All he cares, he's selfish as fuck, it looks like. And like, I mean, I know nothing about this person, but I could tell people. And so I told her, I was like, dude, like your dad looks like the most punchable dude in the world. I literally want to knock his block off because he seemed like the biggest fucking asshole. And it just blew my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how can a man at that age, 40-something fucking years old, act like a fucking 5-year-old? You want to know why? Because they never grew up past 5. Never grew up past 18. They never knew the right way to grow. Because their minds were delusionalized because of the system. See, if the system was more fixed, this is what it all comes down to. Not everyone's going to be like me. Not only going to be close to where I'm at because I fought against the system for so long and I broke out of that fucking thing. It's like the Matrix. I pulled the fucking thing out of my back of my neck and I'm actually in real reality. That's basically what it is. I don't think the same. I don't see the same. I don't act the same. Me, I have to act. I'm not showing my true personality towards people that because they're not gonna like it. And then on Monday that they started talking about all these school shootings and that. We had school shootings in St. Louis City. As soon as you hear school shooting, people are like, oh my god, all this stuff, all those poor people and that. I'm like, okay. Where's the dead bodies at? They show no dead body footage. Not them pulling any carts out or anything. All they show is high above shots of police officers running into the building. There's like 20 of them running the building. They caught one shooter, supposedly. And you start hearing all these interviews. Listen to these kids' interviews is fucking hilarious. So there's one kid that talked about, I was going to fight him off in that, but I didn't do it. If someone shot up a fucking school, you morons, why the fuck would you be doing interviews? I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here because I don't know who else is going to shoot me. Exactly what I would say. Hey, but like, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going to secure my fucking windows and doors and shit and get ready for fucking war because this is what it is. No, they're doing interviews. They're doing interviews. And they're all okay. They're all like, the chief of police comes out. oh yeah, there was an active shooter and how you sound so calm? Well, so society. No, I'd be like, motherfucker, shot the place up. We got that bitch. He's going to prison. Can't say that. I'd be hilarious. I'd be like, yeah, I got him. So anyway, the work with one of the guys at work that I was talking about that, and he was like going online and that. These fucking people are so dumb in that. These Facebook people, there's a bunch of black people online that I guess not all of them said, but they when they announced it was a black guy that did the shooting, okay, and he was sitting there looking at that. One of the I guess it was a black woman or whatever said, I bet you was a white person. They're just saying it was black. And the guy was talking to me that he's like, these people are delusional. It's like black people do all kinds of stupid ass shit. They're always shooting each other. Well, you hear it on the news all the damn time. What's makes a difference from this to that? I said it's called indoctrination. They want you to hate people like me because they want me, because it's in the city, they want to think that white people are racist. And there's a shit ton of white people in the city, in that school. That's what they want. They want you to believe that I'm a racist. But when they show that picture of the black guy, that most of these liberal fucking cocksuckers deny it 100%. They're lying. It must be white supremacy. Oh my god. Real white supremacy would be marching down your fucking street, killing you, okay? None of this bullshit. Because actual white people that work every day don't give a fuck. We don't care about what you do. I don't give a fuck. I want to go to work and come home and deal with my life. Why would I worry about your life? Why would I hate someone that I don't even talk to? Why would I even look at you because you're black? Who cares? I don't fucking care. Oh, you have to care. You don't care about me? There's a lot of racist black people out there. I've seen them. I see the way they look. There's like there's a lot of sexist gay guys out there that don't like straights. They look at you. Like, I like him because his butt looks nice. He doesn't like me because he's a homophobic. No, man, it's because I don't like dudes. I don't look at you as anything sexual appeal. Get that through your stupid, dumbass fucking what you call monkey head. Because you believe you evolved from a monkey. You're dumb. You think all this shit because you think that just because you're gay that you're top of the world. Yeah, that's why you're not even a percent in the actual population of the world. So you should be happy that you at least have something. And I talk to actual really good gay people. Now it's just a story, from blacks, the gays and that. When I do see really cool ass gay people, they don't give a fuck. They say, yeah. I know a lot of guys are straight in that. I mean, I know gay people from straight guys. You could tell. But some of the gays are fucking horrible. They're horrible fucking sexual analyzed people and that. They'll literally look at every straight guy's gay. But 99.9% of us aren't, okay? We might think of it a little bit because, porn and that, we got a lot of porn that out there that's very up and down with a whole bunch of stuff and that. But it's still an altercation of the mind. What you see is what you think, and what you think is what you hear, and what you hear is what you regulate throughout the whole entire your life and that. But it's funny to see that there's such a small community of people trying to do this whole large thing. Most people don't care. Like I said, 99.9% of people do not give a fuck. They don't care. So what does that tell you? Tell you that these people are brainwashed individuals trying to indoctrinate the mass of people that don't care. If I don't care about something, why the fuck would I listen to you? You make no sense. Call you a fucking idiot, basically.
Not go anywhere.
That is, Laura, you are a false prophet. The line going from the AC to the DC is called the line of the Earth, and it never moves. AC to DC, ascendant to descendant. That's called the line of the Earth, according to the astrologers of ancient. And that never moves, proving that there is no movement of the Earth calculated in any astrological chart reading
That shit just makes you upset.
never account the movement or the position of the Earth in relation to any of these planets because it's that line of the Earth which we call.
Damn, I could try to do some back in that.
Horizons. Some guy, he filmed a mountain. He was flying over Texas, and he used his camera to film a mountain. This mountain was supposed to be hidden by 35 miles of curvature with the current circumference of the Earth that we're given. Just sitting straight up, he's just right there. It's not hidden by 35 miles of curvature. It's crazy. As soon as flat earthers found out about P900 cameras that are made by Nikon, where they can zoom in times 80, I think, and what's going on is like, you can see a boat disappear with your naked eye, and that used to be proof alone. That used to be proof for the curvature of the Earth. But now, you can watch the boat disappear with your naked eye, and then you can pull up this camera, and you can zoom in on the boat that you just watched disappear, and you can bring it right back into full view, just perfectly visible. It's crazy. There's no camera tricks, there's no illusions involved. Nothing. It's just perfectly back into view. There's flat earth proofs coming out all the time, every other day, it's just a matter of if you can find it or not, if it's gonna surface in the right areas where people can share it. You know, they're trying to censor this stuff nonstop. There's just a mission to keep this stuff buried. I got mad love for all the flat earthers, man. Since day one, everybody's been doing their part, putting in work, and just picking up where they're finding slack, they'll pick it up, you know what I mean? Like, there's no spot in flat earth that is not covered. They're covering their zone, their quadrants, and they're just taking care of business, man. And if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for all of us, we wouldn't be where we're at with this flat earth thing, man. They wouldn't be so scared. They wouldn't be trying to cover it up at every turn and stop it everywhere we look. Each and every single flat earther out there has played their part. And we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for you. We wouldn't be heavily censored. They wouldn't be scared to debate us. They wouldn't be trying to censor us at every turn if it wasn't for you guys and you wonderful women exposing flat earth with all your might, all your power. All the glory to God. What a wonderful world we live on.
Fuck
So
yeah.
beautiful. There's pilots coming out all the time too, and they're attesting to the fact that you can't find any curvature.
Ask any airline pilot what the shape of the Earth is. When they're done laughing at you, they'll tell you it's a sphere.
That's not, no, the ground looks to us like it's standing still.
Did you notice any curvature while we were up there? No? What did you see while we were up there?
This is the blue sky, boy clouds.
Yeah, is it flat or?
Pretty flat.
Pretty flat? Okay, thank you.
I was reading a lot of stuff on the flat earth. Okay, yeah. True. That's true? Yeah. Okay, alright, cool.
Did you notice any curvature while we were up there?
Curvature, no.
No? There's no curvature?
It's just all flat.
Casey, how are you, mate? There's no way this clear that we're around the planet, aren't we? We are, aren't we?
Most pilots know their plane is flying over a plane. A stationary plane. Always a smooth and level flight. We never feel the plane dipping its nose down. We only feel the landing. Which flight route matches reality in your mind? If you chose the left, you may need medical attention.
Just to let you may need medical attention.
Flying over a stationary plane. Sometimes it's hard to see far ahead of you, but other times.
You can probably see the Rockies from Kansas.
Wow.
But it is a clear day, but if it's smoky or hazy, obviously you can't see
The
much.
world is so generous in its beauty, and you do your best to take pictures of it. It's just flat gorgeous.
Silly actor not. You took the words right out of my mouth. Earth is flat and gorgeous, but they trick you to believe something else. Not every pilot instantly connects the dots and keeps quiet. Sometimes it can hit them 25 years later.
Shit's flat. Earth's flat. As you look up this stuff, man, this stuff's exciting to learn.
Oh man. Waarom heb ik het voor het eerder gezien dan 75 jaar in de toekomst? Dus zo geïnnoveerd zijn we dus allemaal. Ja, het is toch, het is gewoon, ik zag van heel vervelend. Het is gewoon heel vervelend. Dat je daar al die jaren naar hebt gekeken en dat het kwart is gevallen. En ook maar toen ik eenmaal wist dat de aarde plat is, dat je naar buiten kijkt en dat je denkt, waar moet ik nooit gezien, hoe plat staat er?
Better late than never. Most pilots may have skipped over their training manuals. In their Flight Dynamics Summary, Section 112 explains all you'll need to know about what you're flying over. Heck, the military knows the same thing. NASA admits it as well. In tons of documents available to the public. They just assumed nobody would pay attention.
This comes from the Army Research Laboratory. This one's from the CIA. There's another one from NASA. This report documents the definitions of linear aircraft model for the rigid aircraft of consistent mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. This comes right from our own government. Now I have available 44 documents. We're going into two, sir. You're going to the city clerk, which is this person here. So what I want is a law that's passed that we can't teach anything about the globe, and we have to teach the truth of how things are.
From the documents to the imagery, they are not flying around a curve heading to outer space. They are flying over a stationary, flat plane. Stop falling for the illusions. Every rocket goes up and then levels out. Most of NASA's rockets launch from Florida and head towards the Bermuda Triangle. Well, besides the occasional. They're not shy about showing the truth in plain sight. 125 alleged miles up, and they show you our level horizon with a local sun. Quickly switch cameras to their fisheye lens, as if that didn't just happen. You have to pick one. You can't have both. Looks as if their cameras go about as high as most hot air balloons do before they burst. Who do they think they're fooling? But let me guess. You saw the curvature in the images from satellites. The thousands of magical orbiting aluminum tin cans floating in space. It's all animation and games until one comes crashing down on your squad. Many crashed satellites have been reported the world over. And the one thing they all have in common is giant helium balloons attached to them. Of course, satellite technology is real. We get our weather information, communication equipment, and even some internet service from them. Look up Google Moon, for example. It's not that they wouldn't use the magical floating satellites if they could. It's that they don't physically exist, nor does the globe. They have been sending these up one at a time since it all began. I will allow them to explain it.
And you got a patent on that in 1950. And those early balloons were so large, they didn't have any way to launch them, except they actually launched them from aircraft carriers.
Modern scientific ballooning was born. It's also the genesis for NASA's newly developed super pressure balloon.
The reason for super pressure ballooning is they have absolutely stable altitude day and night, and it doesn't matter how cold the atmosphere is. They are sealed.
So your shape is always the same, you always displace the same amount of air, and therefore you have the same amount of buoyancy all the time.
This day-to-night altitude stability allows super pressure balloons and the...
Hi, I'm Matt, and this is NASA Now.
NASA's been using balloons for science research for over 30 years. The exploration that can be done on balloons is continuing to grow. Standard balloon that I fly is about 660 feet long when it's made. So when it's inflated, it's over 400 feet tall by 440 feet wide. Think of a domed stadium. That's how big my balloons are.
So let me get this straight. It is now public knowledge that they send up satellites on massive helium-filled balloons. As you should know, NASA is the largest consumer of helium in the world, for obvious reasons. But the issue with society is that they never critically think. Just think for a second here. If these are sent up to provide the world with all of the important information we need, and I'm sure the entire process is expensive and difficult to accomplish, then please explain to me what in the flat world do these pathetic animations do for you? Do they make you happy inside? Are they so super duper cool that you cannot see past the obvious? The fact of the matter is, everything NASA sends up on a balloon simply hovers above our motionless Earth. That is why they rarely speak about orbiting satellites, and of course, they never show footage. Here is some footage of a random evening with a man, the moon, and his Nikon P900. Floating up there.
That's funny.
Get it, Clark. It's so bright out you can't see anything in the sky except the Fox satellite.
Another remarkable fact about NASA's balloon launches is that many are launched from Antarctica. Is it because we cannot travel past certain parallels to witness their launches with our own eyes? What else are they hiding from us over there? It would be nice if someone was allowed to truly explore Antarctica again. It sure has been a while since the last guy.
Greetings to you, my young friend. Our very distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd.
I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. Strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by human beings. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored. But more important than that, it has to do with the future of the nation, those to come after us, or even during your lifetime. Because it happens to be an untouched reservoir of natural resources. An area as big as the United States that's never been seen by human beings.
Since late in 2014, one of the biggest things I've heard, the Earth is flat. Why don't you find the edge and fall off? Why don't you make up an expedition, gather people, and go find the edge and take a picture of the edge? Well, my response is, can you fall off the edge of a lake, pond, ocean?
I love these people that have such common sense.
Have imagination left in that brain of yours. And pretend this is all the water in the world. This is the 71% covered Earth-filled pond. All the water in the world. So let's just say this is trillions upon trillions upon trillions of gallons. You've got the continents, the islands in the middle, in the center where all comes to this point. You can navigate, circle the lake or the pond left or right. But as you venture outwards towards the banks, towards outer space, what happens? Once you pass that 60-degree parallel, and you hit the ice wall, the ice cliff of Antarctica, what happens? Do you fall off the edge? Is there an edge here? Because we know the physics of water is defined and maintained level if you've been paying attention. And also, water must be contained. It is contained. We climb up the banks, and we keep going outward, southward. What happens to their control when millions of people travel? They knew this was going to get out. They knew people were going to wake up. What if Star Wars is true? What if this extraterrestrial, these extra terrains, they're telling us the truth, minus the vacuum of space, because they got to put a Hollywood spin on it, don't they? Star Wars, Star Trek. What if you Glovers can have your Star Wars and your Star Trek at the same time? Isn't that awesome? How does that make you feel?
The timeline goes as follows. So in 1955, Operation Deep Freeze starts. And when Admiral Richard Byrd gets back, he comes on live television and tells us he found more land the size of North
They quickly start NASA. President Eisenhower calls over the Nazi traitors, Operation Paperclip, to start the upper space mind control program. Don't look out there. Look up here. Look, everybody. We're going to the moon. Then, in 1959, 12 nations...
This is all true, by the way.
Treaty, followed by 42 more nations, where they had decided you or I cannot travel or explore any part of Antarctica, south or past the 60th parallel, without military clearance, without the aid of a guided tour. Do you really think that this is just a coincidence?
Imagine they found more land. Imagine there is more land out there, more to explore, more to reside, more resources. You think they tell you and I about it?
I'm sure a lot of you have heard about my $200,000 globe challenge. And up to this point, no one has been successful at completing the challenge. We've had a few clowns here and there that have stepped up to the plate, here we go, and claimed victory. But at the end of the day, you can't make water stick to the bottom of a ball, much less spinning, okay? You can't show where sea level turns to sea curve. There's no curvature on the x-axis or y-axis.
That stuff is flat.
Here's a fair challenge here for Neil deGrasse Tyson. Why don't you get off your fat, lazy butt and out from behind your screens and your scripts?
Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So Earth got a little bit wider at its equator than it did pole to pole. So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. Like spinning pizza dough, it just gets flat. If you were a cosmic giant and you came up to Earth and you rubbed your finger over Earth's surface, it would feel as smooth as a cue ball to you. Wow. If you shrunk Earth down to the size of a
Shut up, Neil deGrasse Tyson. How you dumb? You make up shit, dude. You have no proof.
Earth is. So it's not actually a sphere.
Yeah, I no evidence of this shit. They just talk.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's funny. 6 years ago, I sent a whole bunch of questions for you to answer. I noticed you haven't answered them. You're not a scientist. You're an actor with a couple of science degrees. There's people with those same qualifications flipping burgers in Burger King. It's like
disgrace, Tyson. You are a lying Jesuit thug and a deceiver. You are a degenerate from the good luck to all your lying when you're down in doing favors. And remember my name when you're in there. Santos Bonacci.
Hey Neil, you talk about pears so much. Why don't you try eating a few, you fat?
That's actually good.
Hey Neil, if the level of motionless plane is so easily debunked, so easily, then why don't you just debate Eric Dubay?
Why don't you get off your fat, lazy butt, out from behind your screens and your scripts,
and debate Eric Dubay? You've heard the name Eric Dubay, but you're scared. You're chicken. You won't debate Eric Dubay because you don't have a script and lines and people telling you what to say. You know you'll get demolished. Why don't you just come on a podcast or any type of show, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe an hour, if you've got the and debate Eric Dubay. See how much of a man you are there, Mr. Mic Drop.
Looks like we're gonna have Eric Dubay, he said he's agreed to do it, talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What?
Yes. I had asked you to debate one of them flat earth guys.
No, I can't, no.
I know. We talked about it and we're gonna have him on Skype.
No, what we do is, and I think this is a diabolical plot, so that the next time we can ship people en masse into orbit, they all want to be the first in line because they know we're going to send them. So if they can see around Earth, they're going to be the first ones in space.
What?
So they can stop annoying the rest of us.
I don't think you're correct.
And I know that you're not correct. Why the backpedaling, Neil? You already agreed to debate me on Joe Rogan's podcast. The show was scheduled, posted on Joe's site, announced on air twice, and then you suddenly decided that you, quote, don't debate flat earthers. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Someone at NASA told Neil, we're not going to let you go head-to-head with Eric Dubay because he'll make you look foolish. Prove me wrong.
What's up, bud? How you doing? There's a shit ton of millionaires doing the flat earth stuff, dude. It's amazing. It's amazing. Everyone's getting to go. You know what funny is about being a flat earther? And I'll say this to myself. Because now that I am, there's so much peace. I gained so much knowledge about humanity in that. And it feels astounding. I just know more knowledge than 99% of the people do. And that's what makes it funny. And other people say, you think you know everything. Well, that's because you don't know nothing. It's not because I know everything. It's because you know nothing. You know absolutely fucking nothing. People walk around always want to say that stuff. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? I know this stuff because I actually see it. You don't know anything because you don't see it at all. You're blinded by nothing. They don't know nothing. Oof. And that's what it is. And I think about it day and night. You know, now I'm starting to realize that, man, when you see that sun go across your sky, exactly what I say, when you see the sun go across your sky, and you can see the difference of night and day. See the difference of night and day. I saw the moon and the sun in the same sky. It's telling you straight up that they're orbiting us, not more or less us orbiting them. They're both orbiting us. Does that sound exciting? Does that sound like, man, I know what they are lying to us. Well, they are lying to us. Why are they doing it? For control, for money. It's all about money. They all know that they can steal trillions of dollars a year from us, and they do whatever they want to do with us. And this is in America, and then again in other countries too. Because the whole world's in this shit. Just people say that a whole bunch of billionaires go out and say we're gonna get we're gonna get hundreds of thousands of people traveling to the 60th parallel, and just go through and push through the military and that. You'll see a huge panic, and everyone will be like, what the fuck? And there was a massive overhaul of people that went to Antarctica and went past Antarctica to see what was there. It blew people's minds. If one person got through out of 100,000 people, they popped up the camera in that. And you see lands beyond lands. If you do see it, It would blow people's minds. The whole order that's happening now would just crash. We are the ones that can do this. Get rid of federal tax. Get rid of Social Security tax. I don't want it anymore. As an American, I'm tired of giving people money that don't deserve it. I'm tired of taking out like 15, almost 17% of my money to give to these fucking people every year. When that's like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars or so that I'm giving to these people that I can have for myself. State tax ain't shit. Our state tax is like fucking 2%. It's it's not even a lot. I like how our state tax ain't shit, but the federal tax is a lot. State tax don't have much of anything. Federal tax, when they have all the FBI's, NHA, NAA, or whatever the fuck all this bullshit. NASA that takes, fucking billions of dollars a year. Takes like $50 billion a year away from us. Keep saying they're going to Mars, go to the moon again. They never do it. Never. I say for Trump, I think he's a good president at. But I say you need to come out and say, hey, it's all a lie. I want to see someone from the massively high officials to say it's all a lie. Just like what they stated on that movie I watched. No, Lovell. Watch it. It's called John Thor. John Thor is a YouTube channel. Has a movie called Lovell. Explains all the stuff that's happening now. How much money people have been stealing away from the world, from their citizens and that, and screwing us over. It's just fucking horrifically fucking garbage. It's just garbage. But it's just so sad that we have to do this. We have to find our own way in our lives because they won't tell us the truth. I find that kind of ridiculous. They don't want to tell us the truth because they know once we know, we're free. I'm free. Everybody else that doesn't know this shit, or at least have some sense of it, if you have some sense of it, you're already on your way to become a flat earther. You're already on your way to go against the system that's been placed upon us. I have some people that literally believe, they believe in a lot of stuff and that, but they barely look outside their house. They always say, I'm working all the time and that. It takes you 5 minutes. That's why I walk everywhere. I walk home, I look outside, I see the sun all the damn time. I research it with my own eyes, and I research the clouds and how they move and that. I research how far I can see in that. I keep on doing it. I keep on doing it. And then once you put all this stuff together, you start thinking oh man, this shit's crazy. It makes it more exciting, right? Of course it does. It's supposed to. We're dull. We're all about Hollywood making movies and that for excitement. I barely watch movies. I watch horror movies because I know they're fake. I will probably watch superhero movies. Probably watch Black Adam because I think Black Adam's going to be a pretty decent movie. It looks fun to watch. And that's what I want to do. Oof. And you should. All of us should. We should be able to expect more from us. You've been dragged down for such a long time. and we're lost. We don't know where to go anymore. We rely on the system to do everything for us. Get a job. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Become an engineer. Become this. Become that. They're doing that to keep us in line. God damn. And that's the whole point. They want to keep us in line because when we get out of line, like myself, I'm out of line. I'm completely out of line. They're going to see it from the perspective of, okay, people are going to probably judge me and be like, well, you ain't going anywhere in your life. I ain't going anywhere in my life. I'm going everywhere in my life. I don't know what the hell you're trying to say. I'm happy and content. I don't need all that fucking damn money and that. If I did, it'd be nice. But I'm content. What I get in life is what I get out of life. I mean, if I make $1 million, I make $1 million. If I don't, I don't. I mean, I don't know what to say. People would think about it all day. Man, I wish I could make $1 million. How are you going to make that $1 million? I don't know. Win the lottery. That's like a millionth of a percent. That's like 1 out of 1 billion people you're going to win the lottery. Or say 1 out of 100 million. Unless it's state level. If it's state level, you might be able to win. You have like 1 in like 200,000 or something like that. Depends on who does it. But what'd you do with all that money, though? If you don't have a plan to make that money, what would you do about that money once you get it? You're going to do what you do. You're going to show off. You're going to get pussy. You want to get all this stuff in that because you didn't get it before. Now you can get it because you're rich. And it's like, okay. You didn't get it because you were rich. You know, how would you know how to deal with it if you're not rich? I can talk about it. What would I do? Would I go and buy a brand new car and drive around getting bitches? Hell no, I don't care about that now. What would I do? I research more. I definitely wouldn't have a job. I'd be constantly researching. I'd be streaming all the time and that. I'd be doing things that are actually natural to what I want to do. I'd be exercising more. I'd get out of the house, first of all. Yeah, my parents' house. I start my own life in that. Maybe pick me up a really cool-ass girlfriend in that. You know, and establish the life together. I mean, that'd be something I would do. That'd be beautiful. But most people, man, no, they do is I know people that win $500 million fucking damn dollars. They talk about that, you know, on the news, or not news, but just like in general, they'll bring it up. Most people that lose their money after getting the lottery and that, it's huge. It's gigantically fucking huge. It's fucking ridiculous. People get $500 million. They buy a $100 million manor. $100 million manor, or buy $10 million manors. I'm like, dude, buy like maybe $1 million house or something like that. Get something that you like, something that you're content with. Well, what most people do is they'll get like $5,000 a week. They'll do the money slowly approach. They put it into account and they give them so much money per week. $5,000 a week. I think it's more. I think it's like $5,000 a day. Something like that. That's what I would do. $5,000 a day every month. You get fucking like what? You get like $150,000 a fucking month. I don't know what the fuck you do with that, honestly. It'd just be so much money in that. I do like that. I would strategize it. I would wait for the first month in that, or wait for the first like week, and get my $35,000 or whatever it might be that I might get. And I buy all the stuff I need to buy. Will I leave my house? I mean, obviously I want a better house. I want a better room. I probably just, you know, I probably just buy this house. I probably tear it down, or at least my part of the house, like this part of my house, this part of the house, and the garage part. I make it all one gigantic room. I make it 2 stories because you can put another story up above. Now, obviously, it'd be a lot taller than what it is now. You see, those are rather small. But I have the whole entire garage. The garage itself is another, you know, this space and a little bit more added on. So I have another, like, I don't know, like 12, 13 feet, maybe 15 feet of space. You know, across 15 so more feet. Maybe a little bit more, maybe about 17, 18 more feet. That's a lot. That's a hell of a lot of feet. Do I need more than that? No. Probably not. That pre-workout's kicking in. I don't think I have any. That pre-workout's kicking in really good. I don't know what the fuck to even work out today, man. My chest fucking hurts. But yeah. You know, would I be a player in that? Fuck no, I wouldn't give a fucking shit. I still go to work for a little bit. I would. I go to work in that. I still go to work in that, you know, and I'd be like, okay, you know, I'll still go to work for like the first month or so I can just keep whatever money I have. Oof. I would. And, oh man, I fart really bad. And I just keep on doing it for that first month and that. And then after that, you know, I'll just tell them flat out. I'm like, yeah, it's like I won the lottery and that. I got a shit ton of money coming in the first month. And my ass is quitting after this month. If it came down to it, if I won the lottery or not. Not like they could say anything. What they could do? You gonna pay me $5,000 a day, or whatever it could be. And I would say it too. They're like, "Oh no, we couldn't do that." Damn. Oof. Yeah, but that's what I would do though. I love these people, man. They do all this like Resident Evil stuff and that, and they give Jill like gigantic tits. It's fucking hilarious. I love watching this shit. It's so funny, man. Yeah, they got this one guy called what's his name? It's called Lightning Hawk or whatever it is. There's a couple of them out there. He's not monetized at all, evidently. But yeah, I guess he gets rid of the algorithm and that, but he does a lot of stuff with Final Fantasy 7 and shit, all kinds of crap. Yeah, there's a lot of like. What the fuck? These people are so funny now. What the fuck is with these people, man? I love it. YouTube's so weird. What the fuck, dude? Okay, I don't care about that shit. That shit is so funny. What the fuck, dude? The idea of women is fucking hilarious with people. Like, men think women should have, like, gigantic, enormous tits and shit. Dude. You don't see that in real life that much, I promise you. This shit's fucking hilarious. It's like the funniest thing ever. Okay, I think this is the one. Yeah, it is. That shit is so funny. Damn. I'm gonna lie. Yeah, they don't show the guys, they only show the girls naked. I'm watching some Resident Evil stuff from that. It's got like a nude. Basically, it's take off their fucking clothes and you get to watch them. Shit's ridiculous. There's so much of this stuff, dude. It's crazy. There's so much. There's so much shit out here. It's so fucking funny. It is so funny how much crap's on YouTube you can't even see unless you actually look it up. Oh, they do. That's just so fun. They're showing that it's a top 3 nude mods for Resident Evil 3. One of the guy comes in with a fucking with a boner. It's fucking hilarious. That's so funny. It's a big fucking stiff fucking dick. You just walk around with it. I love it, shit. It's just so funny. I love when people do stuff like this. It's so hilarious. They got Mr. X. The big old stiff fucking dick and shit. It's fucking hilarious. God damn, the fucker. That's a huge dick. It's fucking hilarious. I would run too. Dude's got like a 1.5 pecker. What the fuck? Dude's dick's like this fucking. I would run too. I'd be like, fuck this shit. See a girl getting chased by a dude with a fucking dick the size of your fucking head. I'd be fucking scared too. Like, what the fuck, run? Oh, this shit's pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. I like watching just random stuff like this. Oh, the Nemesis. Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh, that shit's so funny. Man, this stuff's crazy. That shit's crazy. It's fun the fuck to see that shit though. These people are so good. The dumpster. This shit's so fucking funny though. I don't know what I want to play. I think my sick of this. It's 3 or 4 days they go out. Eurogamer gets fucking titles. They're always for like 3 or 4 days before any other game comes out. Eurogamer is so much sponsored by all these dicklicks, by all these, Sony and all that crap and that. And they always get shit early. That's how they get their views. They get their views because they're all sponsored. Like, I don't know how the hell they have so many subs on their channel and that, where they literally are just sponsored through the gills. You can tell by their views. Their views are rather small for how sponsored they are, or how much they get. Damn. Just for you guys. Real! Oh man, woo! God. Real. Damn, dude, how many motherfuckers have? They already got reviews out of this game. What the fuck, dude? Damn. This shit's crazy. This shit's crazy. Let me see. Whew, it is what it is, though. For over 3 hours now. Yeah, whatever. I'm probably gonna get back on another game of that. Go fuck around, shit. What we gotta do is. Oh, what the fuck is the name of that animation? I gotta look up that animation really quick. Search. I don't know if I have any new anime to watch. I don't know what I'll watch yet. What the fuck? What the fuck that one thing is? Oh, fuck. My list. Well, I think I'm gonna get off right now. I'm gonna get on probably a little bit later. I guess I'll do some Resident Evil something. I just played all the damn time. I get bored of that shit. I get really bored of that crap. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off now.